So it's time-honored tradition that once a year I book WWE or someone in WWE that's being misused. There's my youngest cat. He's an asshole. Last year it was Kevin Owens. This year it's Ziggler. I'm going to be booking his retirement, or how I book it. I think we all know where this is going. Now, it would start off after WrestleMania. We're going into SummerSlam. And we're not going into SummerSlam. We're going into Money in the Bank on a SmackDown match. The Street Profits regain their SmackDown titles against Roode and Ziggler after having it for a few months. And Robert Roode completely demolishes Dolph Ziggler afterwards. I mean, he demolishes him. It's Survivor Series 2016 when Reigns did to Triple H. He puts him through a table, through a barricade, whatever. Ziggler's out for 6 months. 6 months, he's out. We're going to start building up Robert Roode. And in 2 months at SummerSlam, Robert Roode would capture the WWE title. From at that point, it would be Edge. Because I think we all know Randy Orton is going to win that WWE title, and Edge is going to win it from Orton, or Edge is going to capture it at least at WrestleMania. My pick for the Rumble is Edge winning it. I think he'll be back for the Rumble. So, after Roode wins it at SummerSlam, we have Clash of Champions. We have Clash of Champions, right? And at Clash of Champions, Robert Roode, he's going to beat Shinsuke Nakamura. That's going to be the first person. Number 1. Hell in a Cell, he beats Cesaro. We're going to establish Robert Roode as a main eventer again with this title after beating Edge. We're going to have incredible opponents. These are 20-minute matches with these great competitors. At Survivor Series, he's going to face the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Robert Roode is going to win. This is going to skyrocket him, beating the number 1 man in the company. We are building up Roode. So when Ziggler comes back, he will have a credible opponent in his tag team partner at TLC. He beats a lesser-known opponent to boost him. He'll beat Matt Riddle. After that, Ziggler jumps the barricade. Boom! Super kick to Roode. Knocks him flat. Show ends. Ziggler holding up the belt. The next night on Raw, Dolph Ziggler comes out and he starts talking about how he's going to retire after WrestleMania due to injuries and WWE messing with his contract. And basically screwing him over in his contract process, saying he's put into these matches he doesn't want to do, and WWE is screwing him, and they've been misusing him. That's what he will say, and that is true. And he says he's going to retire after WrestleMania. He is done unless something can change. And then Triple H comes out and he says, Dolph, calm down, let's go to the back, pour a little bit of drinks, and let's have a discussion. Let's talk over your contract. Ziggler basically tells him to screw off, and Triple H says, you know what? My father-in-law gave Ric Flair a certain stipulation. I think that's what I'm going to give you. And Triple H tells Ziggler, if you lose another match, you have to retire. And this is building up to the Royal Rumble. And we just got Ziggler's opponent. So the build up to the Royal Rumble is going to be Triple H trying his damnedest to get Ziggler retired so he doesn't have to face him. He booked the match himself. He will face Ziggler if he has to, but he wants to retire him. And then Ziggler runs the gauntlet going up to the Royal Rumble. This would have been the night after. So the three next weeks, in my booking book right here, he will face, in this order, Samoa Joe, and he will win. Bobby Lashley, he will win. And the last go-home show to the Rumble, he'll face MVP, so a little bit of leeway, and he will win. Ziggler is running the gauntlet. He's battered by the time the Rumble happens. At the Royal Rumble, Robert Roode retains. Doesn't matter who he faces. But in this little sense, we'll just say he faces Sheamus. At the Rumble, Ziggler and Triple H have a 30-minute match. I'm going to say these guys go on for like 30 minutes, and they tear the house down. Ziggler, you know, it's like the Miz match where if he lost, he would have to kick the bucket. And he wins. And then after the match, the night after, on that Raw after the Rumble, Triple H and Robert Roode, they just murder Dolph Ziggler. They just straight up like, boom, dead. And then at Fastlane, Ziggler isn't medically able to compete until Fastlane. Triple H says, "Hey Ziggler, I know you're not medically able to compete till Fastlane, and I know you won't be 100% at Fastlane, so your opponent is going to be the Samoa Machine, Samoa Joe. And if you win that match, Ziggler, I will give you your shot against Robert Roode." And Ziggler and Joe, they have another classic. I think those two can have a great match. This one's going to be shorter to sell the injury from Ziggler. And this one will go maybe about 15 minutes, and then Ziggler will win. After hitting, we're going to make Samoa Joe look like a beast. It's going to take Ziggler like 3 finishers to put him down. So he wins, and it's time to go into WrestleMania. So the next 4 weeks, Ziggler promises he's going to win at Mania. For the fans, he's like, "I'm going to go out on top for you guys. I will give you guys what you wanted. Me as champion." So over the next 4 weeks, he'll face AJ Styles, Shelton Benjamin, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre, in that order from those Raws going up to Mania. All matches Triple H books, and Ziggler wins all of them. Ziggler, he's finally looking like $1 million. We're getting 2013 Ziggler after he won the title. Right before, he was looking great. And then at WrestleMania, WWE Championship, Robert Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler wins. And that very night at WrestleMania, during his celebration, he lays the title in the middle of the ring, and he announces his retirement. And that is how I would book Dolph Ziggler's retirement. It's really my first time doing this, so I know it's not that good, but it's personally something I would like to see. You know, I was a Ziggler fan when I started watching WWE when I was a 10-year-old kid. I'm about to be 18 when I was 10 years old. I saw Ziggler with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I saw him cash in. I started watching right before the Rumble in 2013, and I adored Ziggler. I got an autograph from him. I'm sad that I lost it, but Ziggler was always one of my favorites, and I wish he had a shot. I wish he beat Ambrose at SummerSlam in 2016. And I think this would be a fitting end. Not a long title reign, but that one night to win the title. He beats Robert Roode, and then he announces his retirement. And then you can have Robert Roode win the title right back, or you can give it to Matt Riddle for all I care. I just think that would be a nice way for Ziggler to go. He gets his WWE Championship and gets to retire on top in the main event of WrestleMania. So thank you for anyone who watched. Thank you.